Hello everyone, welcome to SFC Markets and Finance. The 2024 Guangdong High Quality Development Conference was held on February 18th as the first conference of the new year, showing Guangdong's commitment to high-quality economic development. What's happening on the ground? Let's hear from our correspondent Yang Yulai, reporting back from the scene. Hello, Yulai.
Thank you, Yinong. This is SFC reporter Yang Yulai. I'm currently at Shenzhen, where the conference is held. This is the second year Guangdong decided to host this event on the first working day after the Spring Festival. There are 5 forums held this afternoon covering topics from urban and rural development, the integration of innovation and industry, and deepening cooperation of talents from Hong Kong and Macau. This year, the conference is held in Shenzhen, the city regarded as the innovation hub of the GBA. There is a huge amount of leading high-tech companies going global from here, which really matches the theme of high-quality development. For more insights into the conference, let's hand it back to the studio. Yinong.
Thank you, Yulai. For more on the cities in Guangdong, let's hear from Thomas Sargent, 2011 Nobel Prize winner for economics, who believes that Shenzhen's development sets an example for the world.
It's very entrepreneurial. There's some headwinds there in terms of the various environmental aspects, but I think this area, the Greater Bay Area here, is unique and part of a great experiment in human history, like the founding of Shenzhen. The risky experiment was done, and then the success that it's had is it's an example of people all over the world. You go to conferences, at international organizations, and they say, some country, they say, well, why don't we try to have a Shenzhen? If they did it. It's a good question to ask, because there were reasons that worked in Shenzhen because of the characteristics of the Chinese people that went to work there, hardworking and so on. To me, the Greater Bay Area means one thing. It means Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and the area. And for an economist, especially of my age, it's a wonderful, truly miraculous region, which combines so many academic, scientific, entrepreneurial activities that it's a marvel to watch.
As people here know, there's worldwide leading businesses that there's goods that are produced here that are used all over the world. I have some of them, consume them, some of myself. So those are goods that people thought of in the last 10 years. Just think in the next 10 or 20 years, there's goods that we can't imagine that are going to be produced by entrepreneurs and engineers here that are going to be known not only in the Greater Bay Area, but throughout the world.
Just like Thomas said, the entrepreneurial spirit in the Greater Bay Area is truly exceptional. So what's the significance of high-quality development for not just Guangdong, but possibly China's long-term economic growth? Let's get the scope from Brian Carlton, chief economist at Fitch Ratings.
I mean, China's probably now moved beyond the stage of growth where, the sort of urbanization process, the sort of the capital investment that goes with that sort of, automatically generates, growth sort of 5 to 7%. The economy's matured sort of beyond that stage, the sort of catch up development, pressures are not really as powerful anymore. We've got demographic headwinds as well. So I think it makes sense for policy to focus more on these sort of improving productivity and the quality of growth. But though the sorts of changes we're seeing and the sorts of new industries, they're still quite small as a share of the economy at the moment. So they're not. those developments, while they may benefit things on a sort of 5 to 10 year view, they're probably not going to make very much difference to the outlook over the next couple of years. I think that's going to dominate things for the next 2 years, and these more structural shifts, the move to renewables and electric vehicles, etc., will help growth in the long term.
With its impressive track record of driving China's economic growth for the past 35 years, Guangdong is crucial in promoting high-quality development and fostering new quality productivity. What role does Guangdong play in China's focus on innovation-led development? Let's first turn into Steve Bryce, Global Chief Investment Officer at Standard Chartered Bank, for his insights.
Yeah, so look, I think it's a really, really exciting area. Obviously, up the technology chain, both whether you're talking about hardware, whether you're talking about software or technological services, and financial services as well. I think this is going to be absolutely critical to the success of the Chinese economy. So I think it's really exciting. They're making huge progress already. Obviously, certain companies from the region are huge companies already, and we're going to see more of those develop. So I think from an economic perspective, going to be a key driver for driving long-term growth, but also for stock market value as well, and stock market investors. I think the region is going to be increasingly important. Obviously, the Silicon Valley type part of China. So, yeah, very exciting. And obviously, we're watching this space, but I think it's going to be really good for the economy.
Next, we will also hear perspectives from AMO's chief economist, Dr. He Yiko.
I think increasingly the Greater Bay Area, Guangdong, and also Hong Kong, right, will become a very important growth pole. They call it growth pole, because Guangdong itself is already a very large economy, right? And it has some of the most dynamic, innovative companies there, Tencent, all the EVs and all that in Shenzhen. So if you combine that with Hong Kong, which is a financial center, it's going to be a very powerful economy as a whole, and there will be a lot of trade between that region and the rest of ASEAN. Hong Kong features itself as not just a good gateway to China now, but a gateway from China to the rest of the world. Okay, and Hong Kong is also diversifying its trade and investment link with other countries in the world. So it is now actively forging FTA agreement with the rest of the world, including ASEAN. ASEAN is a natural region for Hong Kong to forge closer link, because it's just a neighbor. And so I think if you looking forward, there'll be a lot more cooperation and trade link and investment link between that region and the rest in ASEAN.
Looking into the future, what are the prospects for high-quality economic development in Guangdong, and what aspects can be further strengthened? Let's get insights from Wang Haifeng, researcher at the Academy of Microeconomic Research.
我觉得呢，像广东呢，一个呢围绕核心城市、核心的产业园区，还是要做好这个人才、技术、数字经济啊、科技创新啊，以科技创新为主的、科研为主的这种服务业，就是实现在广东的话呢，实现呢我们过去说的这个先进制造业和高端服务业的一个融合，这个是需要一个过程。广东的话呢，还是更高的水平上跟国际的这个标准接轨。首先的话呢，我觉得呢，比如呢，广东的话呢，能不能在未来5年，逐渐的向这个香港这个标准来往上靠，就是这个从这个经济的开放度这个角度。我一直觉得呢，这个未来的话呢，珠三角的下一次经济的这个大起飞，也就是大湾区的下一次经济的大起飞呢，取决于大湾区的市场一体化。我们这个广东呢，要这个开放水平要升上去。
That's all for today's show. Thank you for watching. See you.